let's get started. I think we'll probably just see how futures are doing. I think it's just going to be me. Momo is in Vegas and Papa is with family. So we'll just look at some charts. You guys can give me charts you want to look at in our usual run. My thought process right now is that, this is probably a bear flag. We will see what happens, but should probably come down. I don't know, $4. It might be easier to look on SPY. Yeah, here we go. That's like a perfect bear flag. Where's the halfway mark? Yeah, we never got over the 0.5. That's what you want to see. So we'll see what happens. We need a daily close outside of this to be 100% valid. Like Grumble Cake said, it could drop down tomorrow morning and then close back up. I don't really know. I guess this is the level that I had marked out all day that we wanted to stay below because that was the previous support. We closed right below it. So there's some solid, analysis here that this will drop. I think 560, this is where I came up with that number earlier today, is on the table either tomorrow morning or Monday morning. So we'll see what happens. Is there any data tomorrow? Yeah, true. That's a good point. Yeah, is the monthly close? The monthly close then is. Oh no, the monthly close is on Monday. So, right? Let me double check that. Yeah, Monday. So we might not get any shenanigans till Monday. We'll see. But it's a super important day. Yeah, is there any data tomorrow? I haven't checked. I probably should have checked that. Because that could be the deciding factors if they save this or not. Because if they do, this should be a massive explosion up. I just don't see it. Look at the volume here today too. Tons of volume in the close on that last candle. I guess not on the day that much, but we want to see it more on the downside than we do right here. Yeah, PCE and consumer sentiment, so that could be a big one. We'll see what happens. Not looking great, in my opinion. Let's check Bitcoin. Sometimes that will lead the show. Relatively flat. Let's look at the charts. Big old trend line. We'll probably nuke. Yeah, I still think this is on the table, but we'll see. We shall see. All right. Wanted Celsius. Celsius was looking good. It's got like a little bull flag going on here. Actually, this looks like it's going to potentially break up tomorrow if the market doesn't drop. This would be probably a good one to watch calls on. So here and here. This would be our swing target. Let's step it down even further. We'll say for tomorrow. This could be our Monday target. Oops. I don't know how to spell here. And if we wanted just a target for tomorrow, Step it down even more. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes, but this is my opinion. It's probably what we'll see on this. Looks pretty good. It's got a ton of volume in the close. Wouldn't be surprised if this popped off. Also got this one I should probably draw. And let me just take a picture of this real quick so I don't forget. And throw it in here. All right. Yeah, so this looks pretty good. I would definitely keep an eye on this one. What do we got? Hood. Hood with all the news recently. Earlier today, I don't know if you guys saw my chart. I said that it was testing the bottom of this trend line. And at the time, I was like, we probably shouldn't grab puts because of the news. But I guess that was the wrong way to think because it had a pretty solid rejection off the trend. If it's going to keep pushing down, which maybe it does, maybe we're going to sell off now that the news is out. Potential puts on Hood could come all the way down to here. We really don't want to lose this level again. Otherwise, if they move up, we're probably going to be looking at rejecting this fair value gap up here. So we'll see. So it's only if it loses this level, though. Just take a picture of this so I don't forget. All right. KULR. What's KULR? What does this company do? Are you looking for short term, long term? Oh, they had an earnings. How'd their earnings go? Did they? Well, I guess I could look right here. Surprise revenue. Is it? Doesn't show me the after hours data. Did they push up, down? They're holding Bitcoin too. Okay. They're adopting the Bitcoin strategy. So does that mean the company's just shit? So that's what they're resorting to?
Mostly, I think. Basically, like they popped today. They're up like 14, 15% after hours, mostly because they cut losses. And I mean, they showed a lot of improvement over last year, but yeah, they're getting into the Bitcoin game too.
It seems like whenever a company goes to shit, they try to adopt the Bitcoin strategy. So they're up 15%. Okay. What's the price? It's like what? 20 cents?
It's like $1.70 right now, I think.
Okay, yeah. $1.70. Well, they stopped the they prevented the head and shoulders. That's good. Let's see if I can get any analysis out of this. I guess you could call this, I guess you could call this a wedge, although I think we might be reaching a little bit. $1.70. That's 230. That's 2. So, this is a one level to watch is right there. $1.70. That's $1.84. That's a level to watch. So it's right below this level. So we'll see We'll see tomorrow. You want to see them close over here, but you really want to see them close above 210, obviously, over the next few weeks. Um, I don't know how this is going to go. We're just going to have to wait and see. Not much I can do until we see how earnings settle, really. Because that'll reset the chart, or it'll just push back down and eventually drop down and fill this gap to 50 cents. How much Bitcoin did they buy? Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely $2 is a big level. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see how this settles because before it was trending down pretty hard. Earnings just might end up being a fugazi, and this thing just absolutely flatlines. So we don't want to lose that level. We're just gonna have to wait and see. I don't have much comments on it. It's not a great chart at this current moment. 668 Bitcoin, nice. I mean, if Bitcoin goes to 200, 300 grand, then yeah, they're gonna make a decent amount of money. Yeah, probably short the rip is right. Okay, let's check out the other ones. GM. Anything newsworthy with GM? Are you looking short term, long term? I know there's tariffs on automobiles, right? So that's probably is that of a concern for GM? I haven't looked at the news, so we had already marked this out for puts. It looks like I don't know how long ago we did it because it did go up here. So I guess could try to redraw this here. Yeah, it looks like it's coming down. It's not great that we broke above this trend, rejected, went back above again, filled this gap, and now we're down. I would expect this to drop down to our first profit level we had marked out around $42 is a fair value gap there. You'll probably see some consolidation, a retest, and I think you'll eventually come down in this area, and then you see there's an eventual gap all the way down here. Usually gaps are filled if the rest of the market and the tariffs keep coming. I think that's not an unreasonable target, which puts it around $36. They're pretty. All these automobile companies are pretty bad anyway, aren't they? Aren't they? Kind of had their time and went. So we'll see. I wouldn't be buying it myself. We could check out a little bit longer. I mean, it's just yeah, it's just not great. It's going down. Yeah, I think so too. Used car companies will do better. I would avoid it like the plague unless you're trying to short it. We could check out Hims. Hims. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Hims is not good. Not good. So we're following this trend. Long term, we are moving up. I mean, that's good if you're holding longer dated calls. Otherwise, it looks like at this current moment, we broke this little trend. It did look like earlier it was trying to form a bottom around here, and then it completely rejected, probably when the SPY started falling. You don't want to lose 31.78. So if you're holding calls, short dated calls, you want to get out underneath that level. Otherwise, this thing's probably tomorrow could drop to 31.36 and then even all the way down here, which is like $30. So be careful of that. Yeah, it looks like it's going to push down, unfortunately. We'll see. I mean, it could also triple bottom here. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. If the market moves down, I'm pretty sure it's going to come down here to 31. I would. I mean, if we gap up tomorrow, I can look at it again. Like if the data's good, maybe it starts pushing up. But you could see all the bearish volume there. Looks like the RSI is rolling over. Well, we're just gonna have to wait and see, but looks tough right now. Looks tough. We did hood already, right? Reddit, okay. You think it's gonna be puts? Probably right, and I hope so because I hate Reddit. I hate this company, but I don't need to get into that. So I had a huge pump, probably one of the only companies that actually pump on an IPO. Yeah, I would probably hedge HIMS with puts tomorrow morning if it, or just get out of your calls completely. If the market moves down tomorrow, because I'm pretty sure it'll drop down. Hopefully the market bounces and you guys can get out of them. Reddit, let's see. It looks like it's trending down big time. Yeah. I mean, it could bounce here at the 105 level. I doubt it, though. Yeah, I doubt it. It's had some serious volume into close, too. Close below the support. This thing's probably gapping down right now. What's Reddit looking like at overnight hours? Does it trade overnight or after hours? What was it doing? Because it looks like right now it should be pushing down. I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks 105 tomorrow. And if it does, you could be looking for puts as soon as it breaks this wall. We should probably throw this on the radar here as a put play. And this thing would be a target all the way down here. Let me double check. Nope, up here. I'm wrong. Puts profit. So yeah, this looks pretty bad. Maybe we'll move this up a little bit. I like this one. Yeah, whoever's driving, mute yourself. I'm just gonna save this really quick. Just be patient with me, guys. I don't want to forget. Come on. Watch this. All right. Okay. Let me see. What do we got next? IDAI. Is that the defense? Oh wait, never mind. What does this company do? This looks like poo poo. Well, it's recently broken the support level. That's not good. Um, looks like it has. No, never mind. It's had some recent bullish divergence, which means price goes down, but the RSI goes higher. That's usually a sign, as you can see right here, if you drew like a little trend. Usually, not always, this will lead to some price action, which might have been why this had this little green candle here. I don't know how much higher it will go. If you wanted to go long, you definitely need to close above the green and above the white. And the reason why that is because this was recent support where the open and close held, not the wick. And then you have this little trend right here it's been following. So you want to get over both of these if you want to go long on this. Identity verification theft identity. Yeah, I mean that could be interesting. I wouldn't trade this personally, but maybe it'd be a good investment. I don't know. I don't like that it keeps making lower lows. I think it's probably better to buy something that's trending up. But maybe it flips around. Looks like the 3-day could be curling. So who knows? I mean, if you wanted to play this and say it does get over the white and the green, let's just pretend. It could push to $3.50. That'd be a decent return. 75%. All right, let's move on to the next one. Meta. Hate this stock. All right, trend broke up just like SPY kind of a little bit. It had this high up here, right? And it did a classic liquidity sweep. We see this a lot. You guys have heard me talk about this a lot. I can just say it again. If you ever have a pivot point that's broken like this, you break above and you close back below it, you almost always have a big retrace. And you can see that right here, big retrace. So when you see things like this, you better not be long. Either way, rejected. We came down, closed below this market shift too. That's not good. It has this little dinky trend line here. If we get a close tomorrow, a daily close, or even a 65-minute close, I guess, in this area, you could do puts. And then if you're doing puts, your profit target would be about 589. Oops. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. This looks pretty bad. Just gonna post this in the watch list too, because this could be a good one. So far, things are looking pretty bearish, guys. But we will see what the data does. All right. What was on the list next? After Meta, it was Boeing. If it's Boeing, I ain't going. That's enough reason. That's saying right there is enough reason why I'll never invest in this company. I don't even care if they turn around. It's got this little inverse head and shoulders. I think we've talked about this a little bit. It's technically not like a textbook setup because the shoulders are supposed to be equal heights. But whatever, just play what's in front of us. Let's see, what do we got going here? Pull back on the 65, definitely. I had this little fair value gap that looks like it bounced off of a few times. If it loses this level, it could push back down. You wouldn't want to go short until you're outside this fair value gap, though, if you were to play it. And you always want to wait for the close because that's how you get fake traps. So watch out for that. If it does, you know, you could technically come all the way down to 162 and fill this gap. Otherwise, if you get a daily close above here, you can go long. So play whatever direction it goes. All right. Now we got T, Uber. Yeah, I've been wondering about T actually because we had this marked out. Let's see. It broke out of this wedge that we had written. God damn, why didn't we play this? Broke out of this wedge. Don't remember why I have retest here, but it looks like it did whatever it was supposed to do. Bounced off this box that we had marked out. And then, as you can see, it pushed up and even had a long above here signal. I must have missed the alarm or something. All right. So technically, it's still bullish. We don't want to lose this high. And this is a fair value gap that it could bounce in. Probably going to bounce here. Let me look at daily, though. Yeah, daily looks great. This thing is exploding. Oh, yeah, we already have this marked out. Our weekly target is up at $30. Probably going to hit that in April. I mean, it's just exploding. Look at this thing. Since what? August 2023. It was $12, and now it's almost 30. Great return. I think it's a gold mine. Look at this. Look at this breakout. Dude, these are if you find wedges on long-term charts like this, like you guys don't need to be day trading all the time. Like you can still use my strategy on any time frame. Like you just want to be an investor who buys shares, just find wedges that are on a 3-day, a weekly, or a monthly like this. And as soon as it closes outside of here, just buy your shares, draw your Fibonacci, just like I've done right here, right? Let me fix it so it's correct. But draw your Fibonacci lines. Look, your first target's is 62%, which it hit. You can see how it crosses this line and then it bounces back and then it goes up. So you would have already doubled your money up here. And then now the next target is all the way up. Hold on, I drew this wrong. Still going to work though. There we go. Your first target is your 162% up here. Come on. Look, it hit the 162% target right here, and it bounced down. So you don't you could just do this. You don't have to be a day trader. I normally am a swing trader, and I normally just find setups on the daily. It's just this market's been ridiculous. But like when you find something on like a 3-day, or weekly, or monthly, you can just buy shares and sit in it. It works everywhere. We don't have to just trade options for this to work. You just got to be patient and wait after this. Maybe you set it up and you just don't check it, but the system works. Anyway, it's probably going to target 30. It's a big level up there. Just keep reminding me to look at that. Uber was good at the beginning of the week and then killed us on the second part. On the second try. Okay. That was at the 15-minute. We played that, and then it broke. Never ended up hitting that target. That was a wash. We rejected this level. It was actually more like this level. And potentially, which I don't think it will happen, but you could, if this was a bull market, this would be a cup and handle play that we would target, which is also a wedge and retest. But with this market, potential long. With this market, I don't trust it. But we'll see. If we start trending up, we can go after that. Usually, I would play up to 77. Otherwise, if this breaks down, I'll probably have to break this level. You'll probably see it ping pong in here, and then come down, retest, come down. If we keep breaking down, if the market keeps going to shit, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. All right. Let me go back and look now. I skipped over Apple, didn't I? No, Apple. Apple's probably the only one I've seen that actually looks decent. Yeah, I can't really call it. You can't call this a trend yet because we only have one candle to the right, one to the left. I'm not drawing a line. I'm not going to draw a line there. I mean, that has two, so maybe we're thinking it's going to reject here. I don't know. One might be able to argue that this is a bear flag, although it's like a pretty lopsided one. Maybe if we get down at a lower level. I don't know. Might be forcing it. We'll see. So it's probably going to stay in this area tomorrow. If it pushes down, if the market drops, you're likely to see a retest somewhere around here, which is like $22. And if we push up, you're probably going to push up to like 225 to 227. So we'll see. All right, APP. Absolutely floored. I forgot what you said the news was on this. Obviously, the breakdown was pretty bad. You have your two touches, great, and then you can see how the first one tried breaking down and closed above. That's why we always wait. And then this one broke below and closed here. So then you would have to wait all the way down to here, but then the next one you could grab. And then you could see it close below this support. So now it's broken two pretty big levels. I don't know. I don't remember what this box was. Oh, it's a daily gap. Let me zoom out here. What was the deal with this one? Weekly fair value gap. So that's a big level. I mean, obviously, this looks like it's probably trying to target this gap fill, and maybe it will because of the news. But if you're going to play puts, make sure you're playing puts either as like a day trade or overnight, sell them in the morning, because when you're in these fair value gaps, you usually don't want to be buying puts or calls, against the trend, because you're just like playing with fire on these. Technically, that should be down here. You could be playing with fire. You can see how it bounces right out of this. This first touch launched right out of it. Same thing could happen down here, especially when you get close to the middle. The middle line's the neutral area. Usually you see pretty big bounces. So maybe it's puts all the way down to 212, and that's where this trend line lines up along with this fair value gap, and that's where you go long. It does look very bearish though, so I think you're probably okay on trading this tomorrow. If you want to be careful, like say this moves up, a good place to always grab puts is at a retest. Retest of support. If that break, I mean, if it fails to go up and closes back below, lights out. You're definitely going down. All right. Is that ADP? Yeah. ADP. Isn't ADP like a logging company? All right. Looks pretty good. That's some nice action going on. Currently, the 65 looks great. RSI is about 65. That's what I love to see if you're a bull. The 307.70 level is huge. It's had a ton of volume in before close, so it's probably looking to gap up tomorrow maybe, or at least move up. Your first level is get over 307, but I think for like a swing into next week, I don't know what they've got going on, but it could go all the way up to 310, 311. We'll see what happens. It also could just reject this level too and come back down, but the setup looks decent. Bounced off the fair value gap right here, as you can see. It's a pretty textbook setup. An entry to go long. Yeah, it's like right there. This whole box. So looks very likely to explode up. It's got this little gap here. Maybe they're trying to just fill this little gap. I like it. But could reject here, go up here, who knows. See what happens at those levels and watch your volume. But yeah, I like the stock. I like ADP. I would buy that. SQ. What is SQ? Didn't they used to be Square? Isn't that like XYZ now? Oh, SO. Let me get my eyes checked, man.
I believe it was like gas or electric. I forget. It's like utilities.
Oh, okay. This looks good too. Where are you finding these?
You know what, dude? Like, I had another filter. It's essentially the moving average, like the price moving average, like 2-day moving average greater than current price greater than 2-day moving average.
Nice.
And for the most part, I see those hooks.
Yeah, it's great. You can see right here. Let me zoom out. This was the previous high, right? And then it closed above here, closed above the market structure shift. Actually, wait.
Mm-hmm.
This would be market structure shift. I don't even write it in. You can see how I did that, and then it came back down, and now I'm almost guaranteed that this is gonna blow past this over the next couple weeks. unless something crazy happens, like some news we don't know, or if it's affected by the market downturn. But I would bet my lunch money that this goes to $98 real quick. Maybe that's just short term too. Hypothetically say that this is a cup and handle pattern. You're talking about a 2x from swing low. You could see 105 over the next 3 to 6 months or year, whatever. It's still trending up this way. I guess is my point. This looks great. I like it. Nice. ADP's gapping up. Yeah. I figured it would be. I'm going to go back to that. I figured it would be. Just from looking at the volume. Usually when you see a ton of volume in the close, and this is something you guys can watch for swings, if you see a ton of volume like this and you're over your moving average after a bunch of candles haven't had that, you're probably going to be moving up big time after hours or the next day. That's almost like a guarantee. You see it all the time. You can even see, I don't know if you guys can see this this close because I have a widescreen, but the volume makes a wedge. Like that's something I love to see because that means the next candle that closes above here is going to be a breakout and this thing is going to fire up. Keep an eye on this. I wouldn't be surprised if it sees 310 to 313 real quick. Yeah, actually 313 to even 315. That's great. All right. Any others, guys? Oh, box. Yeah, box TLRY. I could do both those. Sorry. If I skip over them, just write them twice. Okay. Let's see. Box. Trying to make a wedge here. What do we got going on with Box? Is this like the Box company that stores your files? It's like they had this gap. Looks like it bounced on top of the gap. That's always good. This must have been an earnings gap. Yep, it was. Love that. Why isn't this coming down? That's a great sign. You're a bull. That's exactly what you want to see. When you have gaps that reject, it means that the bears have almost no control of the stock. This is actually probably just a liquidity grab to get to shake the tree and get weak hands out of the stock. So you're probably going to see this pop up. It's got at a daily close right at the moving average. That's beautiful. Let's check the 65. Yep, that's what I was expecting. Completely blew everything out of the water. You can see it even had like a little volume wedge down here too. And it's just completely exploding out of. Is this thing gapping up after hours overnight right now? Box. Somebody check for me. I bet you it is. I'm surprised if it isn't. Right. I'm just curious if it is gapping up. I'll check. One sec. Why not trade after hours? No, it doesn't. Doesn't trade overnight, I don't think. At least not on Webull I was just looking at. Either way, I'd be surprised if this isn't gapping up tomorrow. We're probably going to fill this gap up here. Looks like it tried before. I wouldn't be surprised if you see 33.50 over the next couple weeks or end of April. I feel pretty solid about that claim. I think the only way that wouldn't work out is if, the whole market absolutely craters, and obviously it's probably going to come down. Still really like it either way. Held this trend line. This is an excellent stock. It also had a market structure shift not too long ago. That's always your signal. That's why this thing keeps trying to come back up. It's not just coincidence that happens. Excellent. All right, keep an eye on that. This is probably one that you want to day trade or swing trade. So if you see this, you see setups on the 65 or the 10 minute on the long side. They're going to have a higher probability of working out. Definitely like that play. TLRY. I mean, overall, this is pretty dog poo-poo. Broke this massive support level. You can see that it retested the support level back in December and completely rejected. That's why it's had this flatline price action. That would not be a fun to be a holder. Longs had multiple chances to get out. You can see how it broke this support level. They tried to break it up, but then it closed back below, retested again, came back down. So you could see that this is a pattern to watch. These horizontal levels. Had some decent volume though on the daily. I don't know if they had some news, if this is just a pre-earnings run. Something I guess you could keep an eye on. I personally wouldn't buy it until I saw way more of a bullish pattern, I guess. Maybe you could say that this is a inverse head and shoulders. Maybe. And that if that were the case, longs would be looking to go up to 87 cents. Penny stocks, they kind of play by their own rules. So, who the hell knows what's going to happen with this? That's what I'll be targeting if you're going long, 87 cents. All right. Hertz. Then we'll do PAS, LX, AEVA, Google. All right. Interesting. This looks pretty decent. Had a ton of volume on the daily. Did they really? They must have released some news or something. What's going on with Hertz? Someone give me the rundown in the chat.
I think it's just people thinking that they're going to benefit from the tariffs on auto and that with their used car sales.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. It's got this beautiful daily wedge. Love to see that. I think it would be smart. I mean, you could try, because of the news, you could try to take the long on the break if you wanted to, if you feel a little ballsy. Oops, I didn't mean to write profit there. Try profit up here. Do I enter here? But you got to be careful if you do play on the break that you're not. If it looks like it's going to close back below here at like 355, you want to get out of the trade because it could reject. But because of the news that this could potentially hit $5-6 pretty quick. Oh wait, let me go back to that. Yeah. I mean, they need the help. I bet you this is like a monthly fair value gap. Let's check. Oh, look at that guess. Who would have thought? Let's see if it comes up on my script. Boom! Look at that. Let me turn off the Bollinger Bands. If you're an investor, you should definitely use my script on stocks that are just completely beaten down like this. Look at that. Just stops, builds a position. Obviously, it's been doing it for a while, so you probably want to wait for the break out. But it's crazy how it just forms a bottom in here. Anyway, it looks like it's going to break out. I think long term 684 is probably a solid rejection. Target, maybe rejection. So let's watch that. This could be a great play. We should probably throw this on the watch list too. Let me draw this again so I don't forget. And then we could play short term here. Oh, what was that level? 580. Let me just take a picture of this. I'm going to write enter on close above green trend just to be safe. But you can play this on the break if you want to. Like I said, make sure you know what you're doing. Take a picture of this really quick. Love that volume. It's beautiful. You got earnings coming up too. I don't know if it's gonna help them or make it worse. All right, good find, whoever posted that. What else do we got? What was after Hertz again? Oh, PAAS. Let's see. This looks pretty good. Recently had this level. Broke above, formed a little base. It's holding it pretty well, and now it's got this little wedge. Let's step down in the 65 minute. This is nice. I wonder if this is, I mean, this probably isn't trading overnight, is it? This looks great. I think we should throw this on the radar. He's got a beautiful wedge. You know, we probably want to go long on a close above both these levels. 65-minute close above here. And, you know, maybe we'll be targeting 27.6 short term. That's nice. We like that. Beautiful chart. I'm gonna just clear this off. Yeah, we like that. Good find, whoever found this. These are my favorite types of setups. So Hertz and this one are definitely on my radar. ADP is on my radar. Looks like we have some good stocks to watch, guys. All right, Google I think was next, right? Or no? No, LX and AEVA. Daily's been trending up pretty nice. This thing looks like it's just been exploding. would have been a nice buy at 274. You can